Let's get ourselves prepared, in position. We've got to fight against Bartman here. He's kind of trying to pull me really aggressively that direction. Not really into that right now, Bartman. Sorry. Okay, so the burn is we're getting prepared here. Very close. Still need to get myself on the actual node. Very close. It keeps moving, but I think that's close enough. So let's go ahead and make this burn. Off we go. I have to keep adjusting it to match where that maneuver node is. And for 2 minutes, we are going to burn here. That's the nature of nuclear engines. You do have to burn a lot longer time. But so much more delta V. It's nuts. It's crazy. And in case you don't remember, because I know I'm going to get comments about this, in case you don't remember, the reason I'm using the nukes for the moon is not because I think I need nukes to get to the moon. The reason I'm using the nukes for the moon, or for this rescue, is because I want to slow down a ton coming into Kerbin. I want to have a controlled descent down Kerbin, because I'm going to have to take the vessel that I have attached to my claw and bring it down safely to Kerbin. That's part of the mission, part of the goal. So in order to do that, I think, it's not going to be easy to just come in and re-enter. So I'm doing this so that I have a chance at, slowing down my descent in Kerbin later, and coming in with that extra craft. And I just want to make sure I have enough delta V to do that. I don't want to get to Kerbin and realize, well, I got 200 meters per second. Not much slowing down I can do. So I want to make sure I have a ton, like enough to where I can just burn. I come into Kerbin about maybe 95 kilometers above the surface as my periapsis, and then just when I get near periapsis, just burn and burn and burn and burn and burn and burn and burn, just like I would if I'm landing on the moon or something, to the point where I'm basically falling straight down, and then control that descent. Because the thrust to weight ratio for this is bad. But it's enough to where if I burn consistently in the upper atmosphere as I fall down, I'm not going to be going fast enough to burn up, and then I can deploy the parachutes at that safe velocity and hopefully save everything, which is why I've got a bunch of parachutes on here as well. So hopefully that explanation is good enough to have people not, freak out that I'm using nuclear engines within Kerbin's sphere of influence. I have been doing that most of the series. I definitely favor the nukes for things which require a lot more than just visit something. If I'm going to be hopping around, for example, that kind of thing, nuclear engines are good for that too, I think. 90 meters per second left to go in the maneuver. I am a little bit off the node, but I've been kind of chasing this node for a while, so I'm probably not going to be right on target here, but whatever. Come on, Bartman. Okay, now go left. Come on, fight against him. There he goes. Fight against him. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. So I'm just going to burn retrograde now. If I can ever get Bartman to stay on the node. There we go. Slowly bring this around. It just gets twisted like a licorice, or like a rope, or whatever you want to use. We'll twist it around and get ourselves right about good enough. That's where I want to be. So that's that. I'm also going to make another maneuver. Actually, at this point, it's probably good to just make this the target. If I can get it to the map to... I can't click on anything. There we go. Set that as the target. So looks like my ascending and descending node is actually way out here, which is gonna suck. So now I'm curious if there's something I can do to help that. So let's say 17 minutes from now, I burn, not that. There we go. I burn up like this. That's actually pretty good. I'm good with that. So that's the next maneuver I want to burn. And I don't need to do it on, like, I don't need to do it right on the maneuver node. I can do it. The maneuver node is just going to sort of give me a reference, but I'm going to end up doing this, like right now. So let's just kind of get ourselves up. Come on. Come on, Bartman. Oh, I have you still on retrograde mode. Fair enough. Okay. So let's slow burn it. Nice and slow. Yep, bring it up. That's good. Let's go a little bit faster here, though. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. And you know what? That is going to do it. Okay, so much more reasonable descending node here. Much more reasonable point to burn to fix orbit. Fix the inclination. So let's set the... Nope, I want to put a maneuver, please. There, yep. On the descending node. Which it's going to do... Nah, that's not what I want. Okay, let's go ahead and time accelerate then to the sphere of influence change. When this line turns blue, we'll get this maneuver in. There we go. Line is blue. Let's get the maneuver in. On the descending node, please. And we are going to ascend. At the same time we ascend, we're also going to go retrograde. Whoa, way too far retrograde. Back it up. Good enough. So that is the burn we want to do now. Now this one's a bit more precise. This one here, I wish I had flight computer or something like that for, but you don't get flight computer unless you have a probe core on your craft. You don't get mech-jeb unless you have the mech-jeb unit, and you don't get Kerbal Engineer unless you have the Kerbal Engineer unit or a level 3 tracking station, which I still have not actually done. I probably will do that though. Level 3 tracking station does sound pretty good. I have to fix scatterer. Ocean settings, rebuild ocean. Okay. There we go. What was that red? Oh, just yeah. These is a contract configurator, by the way. It's kind of giving me ideas of what contracts are working, which ones are currently active, etc. So you can see the contract packs are active. If you're ever wondering what this is, then that's what it is. That's just the mod packs that are active for contracts. Those are also one of the main reasons why my game crashed before, was because contracts and parts and stuff. So I am on the maneuver node. This is good. 46-second burn. Let's not go too far. That would be really bad. Don't go too far. By not going too far, I mean don't go too far. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna stay in map view for this because I do want to see it. Okay, we're burning. We're pretty solid on the maneuver node, which I'm happy about. Oh, now we're getting a little off of it, but close. We're getting pretty close. Oh. Up, come on. Okay, keeping an eye on our orbit here too. Should correct our, If I can get it to stop right on that, then that means our orbit's inclination will be accurate, or inclination will be right on. Boom. Pretty close. Check out what we got here. 0 degrees. Hot damn. We have an orbit that is identical to our targets. So now it is all about a maneuver, or getting a maneuver set that will allow us to meet up with our target. So let's work on that now. We have pretty much any time we can do this. So if I could just add a maneuver here, what happens if I burn retrograde, kind of like maybe here? Okay, hang on. That was something flickering there, okay? So this is the intersect point, and I'll be here. Okay, not the right time then, so move it this way. Here we go. Oh. Oh. You can see that these 2 markers are right on top of my maneuver node here. We're 24 kilometers away at this point. See if we can't change that a bit better. Oh, no, they're gone now. Oh, there we go. Go a little more retrograde. Now the separation is 2.3 kilometers. Go retrograde again. Whoop, too far maybe. 3.9 kilometers. Let's back it off just a tad. Back this direction. Separation is 0.6 kilometers. I am very satisfied with that result. That's the maneuver we're going to try to do. It's 19.8 meters per second. And the burn is in 50 minutes. So that's what we'll do. This orbiting stuff is easy, guys. Come on. I hope at least, like, I mean, I don't know if I'm doing it the best you can do it, but I mean, it's pretty damn fast, and I think it's pretty dang smooth. So I think if people are having a hard time with rendezvous, if you're having a hard time with docking, I think this series is going to really help you, because rendezvous and docking are things that, while I don't know if I necessarily do them the most efficient, and I don't think I necessarily do them the best you can do them, they are things I have absolutely no problem doing. You guys can see that. So if you guys are the type of people who are struggling with those 2 things, those are probably probably the 2 hardest things in Kerbal Space Program. Is docking is probably the hardest one for most people anyway. If that's the kind of stuff that you're into and trying to figure out how to get better at it, I think, I hope anyway, that watching my videos will help you with that, and learning how to do it. So as a recap, in case you're kind of lost here, came into the moon sphere of influence, set the ship as the target, found the descending node, or sometimes it's the ascending node, but anyway, I found one of the nodes, which is near my periapsis, somewhere near where I need to burn to, to get myself into orbit here. Burned in a way that gets the inclination exact, or at least close to, right on the descending node. So I burned retrograde and at an angle to where I come in for an orbit and my inclination is good. I don't need my periapsis. I don't need my orbit to match the targets. I don't want it to match the targets, actually, because then I just have to orbit around and around and around until I finally catch up, and I don't want to do that. It's stupid. So I have an orbit that's fairly different, very different than my target. So my speed is different than his. And then I just find a time somewhere, maybe 90 degrees or more within the orbit. It can be more, it can be less, it could be right away. I don't know. Depends on what you got going on. But I find a place where I can make a maneuver node to burn retrograde or prograde, depending on the difference in orbits, to where by the time I work my way around, he's there too. And just a standard little home and transfer kind of thing. So what I'm going to do basically is I'm going to come over here. The ship's going to come this way. Right now my orbit is the blue line, and his is the yellow line. So like big difference in orbit. Here's mine doing this, and here's his doing this. And what I'm doing is my ship's here, Tug Rescue, and his ship is here, or her ship is here. And I'm going to move my way around over here, and at this point, I'm going to burn, 19.74 meters per second retrograde. Now that's going to bring my orbit from being like this to being this dotted line, this orange dotted line. So I'm bringing my apoapsis in. I'm bringing my orbit closer to the moon on this side. But by doing that, I also adjust my orbital period to where I'm actually orbiting relative faster. So I'm actually going to get around the moon a little bit faster. And the speed that I'm increasing is just right to where now I'm accelerating, or now I'm moving at just the right speed now to where my timing is perfect, so that by the time I get back to this point where the node is, the target in his orbit, or in her orbit, is also here with just 0.6 kilometers degree of separation, about 600 meters away. So I'm burning to the way to where the timing sets it up to where we are going to be 600 meters away from each other here. I could get even closer if I really, really wanted to, pester with it. I could probably get closer because you can see these are pretty much right on top of each other, but I could really nitpick it if I wanted to. But the fact of the matter is I'm probably not going to burn accurate enough to get it to be exactly 0.6. So, and if I burn a little bit off this node, I might change this to 0.7 or 1.7, or I might even change it to 0. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Okay, so that's my little spiel. Hope it's helpful. You can watch, now you kind of have an idea of what's happening. So you know that this is my ship here, and you know that this is the target ship here. And everything else is just satellites and other stuff. So here we go. Around we go, and I'm gonna slow down time acceleration here. It's a 4-second burn, it's very quick. If you blink, you'll miss it. Not really, unless it takes you 4 seconds to blink. I would hope it doesn't take you 4 seconds to blink. Okay, so I'm just gonna make sure I'm on the node. Pretty close anyway. I think I'm just gonna have Bartman hold me retrograde if he's able to do that, if he's capable of such a thing. And begin. Not on the node at all, but I'm close enough to where I think it'll be all right. All right, so I kind of did it. I'm a little bit off. I'm definitely a little bit off on where I wanted to be, but I think if I remove this. Okay, so I didn't burn exactly on the node, and as you can see now, because of that, I'm actually here when the target is here. That's what these two indicators are. The dotted line that's sort of coming out from the planet, this is the location of your target. And then the other one is the location of where you are. So you can see how far away and how close you are, depending on that. And so since the target is ahead of me, I need to get faster in my orbit, but I need to get faster relative to the target. Did I just lose my indicators? No, it's just my indicators are gone now. So I need to burn retrograde some more, I think, to get my orbital speed to be my orbital period needs to be shorter, so I get around the planet faster to meet up with it. So I need to go a little bit more retrograde. Whoop, just a little bit more. But I probably shouldn't have done it at that particular moment because it's not on the node that I had before. So now I'm not sure where this is going to be. It's not showing me that one, which is odd. It's not showing me these two indicators. I would have thought it would have, but it's not. So let's go around the planet a little bit. Go around the moon a little bit more. And as you can see, actually, we have another one up here that's fairly close. This is one that's 109 kilometers, but I could probably adjust this too. So if I burned, for instance, retrograde here, it would should bring these two things closer together. See them getting closer and closer and closer and closer and close. And that is 9.2 kilometers. So let's go a little bit more. Oh, we're too far away now. So I know if I burn retrograde, it's going to bring myself faster relative to the target. If I burn prograde, it will bring myself slower relative to the target. So since I can see my position is ahead of where the target's going to be, I know I need to go prograde to bring us closer. So prograde makes me slower compared to him, which allows him to catch up to me. Make sense? So now, is going to be 0.6 kilometers. So I just need to go 5.2 meters per second retrograde. Like, that's super, it's like it should be easy, but, you know, it's me, so it's not going to be easy. All right, let's time accelerate a little bit to the node. Hopefully I don't screw this one up. We'll meet him, technically if I do this right, we're going to meet him sooner. So I keep saying him, but I'm pretty sure the mission description describes the Kerbal as a her. So I'm just like full of insults today, I guess. I don't know. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and real quick. All right, I'm trying to keep my thing on the node here, but it's just not letting me. All right, let's get rid of the node. We'll take a look at what we got here. Didn't burn it exact, as you can see. The burns aren't really going to be that exact unless you have Flight Computer to help you. So I am now behind the target. I need to go a little bit more retrograde. So let's just go a little bit more. Really nice and easy. Okay. We got here 0.4, not bad. Let's go a little bit more. Ooh, and 0.2, I will take it. And since the orbits are kind of fluxing and all over the place and they're not really steady, I anticipate this moving a bit. Yep, look at that. I'm already a kilometer away. It's kind of nuts. Look at these things just pull apart. It's freaking nuts, man. A little bit more retrograde here. Bring them closer together. There we go. 0.2 again. Watch them pull themselves apart again. Let's do some time acceleration. Actually, if I do time acceleration, it locks the orbits. Interesting. And so we should be able to see the target. There it is. That's the target. So let's get our nav ball in target mode. Just click the interface here a couple of times until it says target. Then I want to be target retrograde. Okay. We've done this before, but I'm, you know, in case you guys are on a little bit more of a tutorial for this, that's fine. You know, it's cool. And again, I cannot stress this enough. I am not an expert on this. I'm probably not even that good at it. I make a lot of mistakes, but it does work. You know, maybe that's the best way, probably not, but it works. Like consistently every time it works. So that's how I know it's at least somewhat good. Okay, so we're approaching the target. Our relative velocity is 81.3 meters per second and slowing. And the closer we get, the slower our relative velocity is going to get. But eventually, we're going to have to slow it down more. We're going to go way too fast. So let's speed ourselves up to time acceleration just a little bit. Now, in case you're unfamiliar with how this works, or in case it's still confusing, we're not actually heading that direction. I know it's like they're moving closer to us, but we're not heading that direction. We're both heading that way. It's just that we're heading at an angle to where relative to each other, we're heading towards each other. And we're heading towards each other at this speed. Okay? So that's really that's relativity. So we're getting closer. It's 15 kilometers, 10 kilometers, 7 kilometers. Let's slow down. I want to make sure I don't mess this up. 2.5 kilometers away now. All right. And their life support is depleted according to the game. It always does that now. Okay, so let's go ahead and kill relative velocity. Burning target retrograde until we have 0 meters per second on the nav ball. And that, pending the game glitching, that will do it. Of course, the game had to glitch at me, and now I have to go the other direction. Awesome. So the game glitched and made me burn a little bit too far, but you know, I can't blame it on the game all the time, but I mean, you guys saw that. That was like freeze frame right when I need to like stop burning and pay attention. So let's burn, or let's point retrograde again. And I'm just going to cancel out and 0 it. You want to make sure there's 0 meters per second so that relative to the craft, you're not moving at all. Okay, so you don't want to move at all. Even the slightest bit of movement relative to that craft can mess up your approach. So I want to make it 0. Sometimes I'll let it get away with like 0.1. Like this, I'm all right with this. I'm all right with 0.1, whatever. Because I'm about to adjust it so much by going towards the target that I'm okay with it. So we're less than 200 meters away from this thing. It's pretty good. Let's just burn towards it now. Whoa, hello. Hey, Bartman, what are you doing? Come on. Bring it back, buddy. There we go. All right. We're heading towards the target now. Whoa. Stop burning. Hello. Hey, what's going on there? For some reason, target doesn't work. Okay, fair enough. I'll have to do it myself. So now I need to grab a hold of this thing, so we're not just like rendezvousing with it. So let's arm this. I'm going to control it from the arm. Now, this is the same thing you do for docking. You control it from the docking port you want to dock with. And then you would just simply target. Instead of targeting the craft, you would target the docking port you want to dock with as well. So now the whole goal is we're heading towards this thing. We want to regulate our speed. Right now we're 1 meter per second. That's freaking nuts. That's awesome. That's fine. It's just going to take us a while to get there. But if you have the time to wait, then you're good for it. You know, you're good. I'm going to turn SAS off because I don't want this thing rotating and moving all over the place. I kind of want to control it. So I'm going to have that control. And then what I want to do, actually, I guess I'm going to turn SAS on. What I want to do is I want to keep the prograde vector right on the target vector. And that means that this is heading directly at that at all times. So right now you can see the prograde vector is getting a little bit off target. So I can go to my RCS and I can start like puffing that smoke, right? Puffing that RCS and keeping myself lined up. So I'm letting the craft just go forward. And all I'm doing is correcting sort of the drift. Because as these two vehicles kind of get closer together, we'll start to see a little bit more of the drift that's there. So, but I'm just kind of keeping that prograde vector right on the target vector, or target indicator, and that's it. Keeping the two vectors locked on, and I don't need to be in this view. I can be like over off to the side or wherever, it doesn't matter. Like I'm only looking at the nav ball anyway, so you guys can kind of see this thing is coming in, and it's gonna come in and just sort of grab right a hold of that claw. That's where it's gonna grab a hold of, right? So keep the prograde vector right on the target vector, target indicator, and we'll just kind of come right in. We'll grab that thing. Oh, it didn't grab it. Why not? Grab it. What? Why didn't it grab it? It's the grabbing arm, right? Isn't that what it's supposed to do? Grab things? Aw, all that talk I did. Maybe I didn't grab it like flush. Let's get it flush. Come on. Grab it. Wow, it just flat out won't grab it. Why not? You are armed, right? Yeah, you're totally armed, so why can't I grab it? Oh, what's going on here, guys? Did I not hit it with enough velocity or something? Do I have to hit it harder? How is that working out? Now it's like floating away. That's no good. What's this? Extraplanetary launch pads. What? EVA. Get out of there. Get out of there and come up to this craft. We'll figure out how to get your craft home once you're safe and you have all your life support intact. Like, what in the world was that all about? The arm didn't grab it. I mean, it's a pretty big thing, but I mean, this thing grabs a hold of asteroids, so like, it's not a size thing. It has to have been an angle thing, like this is the angle I hit it or something. Or maybe I hit it too slowly. Maybe you have to hit it faster, I don't know. I didn't do a whole lot with the grabby arm. The last time I did a playthrough, I didn't do a whole lot with the grabby arm, so. Okay, well, it's drifting away from us. So we're just gonna go ahead and just same thing as we always do, point at the target retrograde. It kills our relative velocity. And I'm just gonna use RCS for that because why not? It's coming in. coming in kind of hot, but it's coming in. Come on, grab it. Oh man, this sucks, guys. I don't think I can grab this thing. I think the game screwed me. I'm about to call this. About to call it and just say we're going home. We're not gonna take this craft with us. Because, like, what am I supposed to do? You know? It just, the grabby arm doesn't grab it. I don't know what else to do about that. I think if I try two or three more times, I think I'm just gonna go home. Come on, grab that thing. There we go. Wow, that was really difficult. It finally worked though. We have it. We grabbed a hold of it. Okay, now I need to figure out how I'm gonna deorbit this thing. It's actually quite heavy. 2.5 tons, wow. What is this thing? This is a survey station. Extraplanetary launch pad survey station. Okay. Good to know, I guess. We can actually we can build something from orbit using this. We're not gonna do that now, but okay, now we need to get home. So we're gonna burn on, where's Kerbin? Kerbin's over there. We're gonna burn on the light side. Plenty of fuel left, plenty of monopropellant. I think our plans to come back to Kerbin with this thing may work out after all. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know how long this video is when I've edited it, but currently my timer on the video recording says almost 2 hours, so yeah, you guys better like this. You better like it. Alright, so that maneuver is all set. We're on an escape trajectory to the moon. Technically, I could do the contract for this part right now, but I'm not going to. Okay, so currently, the periapsis is 66,000, and that's actually fine. I'm more than fine with that. So let's get ourselves time accelerated, bring ourselves out of the moon's influence. I'm kind of thinking, like, maybe I should go a little deeper. I don't know. I know that Bartman has got us basically spinning in order to get us to the retrograde marker. Let's go a little bit closer to Kerbin. I've got plenty of life support. Oh. All right, Bartman. It's your time to, whoa. Hello. Yep, now's the time, Bartman. You better get ourselves... I don't know what you're doing, buddy, but you're overshooting your targets. Pretty extreme right now. What are you doing? Bartman. Are you in Tia? I'm gonna call her Tia. Are you and Tia fighting over the controls here? I mean, I know it's been a long trip, but I mean, as far as space goes, 4 hours, I don't think that's a long enough time for you guys to like bond like that. So I need you to focus, buddy. We're going into the atmosphere now. You need to focus. You can start by pulling in the solar panels so we don't hurt them. Okay, here we go. Going into the atmosphere, and let's burn to bring down our apoapsis and slow ourselves down. Okay, so this is the first step for our controlled descent. First step is getting ourselves like this. Now we're not doing a whole lot of aerobraking, mostly because I don't really know what the atmosphere will do to like everything that we have on our ship. So, because we're not very balanced. I don't think we are anyway. I'm not sure how the balance is calculated with things we grab. This does not look like it's centered, but I don't know. Okay, so we are approaching the atmosphere one more time. The KSC is actually right kind of below us here. So if we were to slow ourselves down to the point where we were going to actually land, or try to land, we would be doing so very close to the KSC. Which is good for, you know, recovery's sake, I think. It's a very good thing. There's the KSC right there. That's the indicator. I'm almost thinking I should burn now. You know? Let's see what we can do. Let's just see how controlled this descent really is. So let's just burn retrograde now. And I want to bring my orbital velocity down a lot. That's kind of a given. I want to bring it down to the point where I'm essentially falling straight down and can control the rate at which I descend. That's probably not a good idea. Actually, I'm kind of thinking maybe it's not a good idea. I could probably control the descent much greater, much gentler with the heat if I did it. Yeah, I'm thinking, well, too late now. I mean, I've already kind of, with the way this is working right now, like with the way everything is, our trajectories and everything are shaping up to work out, we're gonna enter the atmosphere right now. We're gonna go home right now. So let's just see how well this works out with the payload on top of us. I'm not sure how this will work, but the hope is that as we're entering the atmosphere and the atmosphere is hitting us and slowing us down and all that stuff, the hope is that the nuclear engines will slow us down even more. And since the KSC is fairly close by, we're not gonna actually land in the KSC, but it's fairly close by. It's just like directly below that indicator, so it's pretty good. It's like right there or something like that. Let's just burn off some speed right now. I got loads of fuel, I might as well use it. And you can see we're starting to heat up, but with our speed, I think our speed is dying down fairly well. I don't know if it's good enough, but it's dying down fairly well. Yeah, so much for our controlled descent. The nuclear engine is going to explode. There goes the nuke. And we're coming down kind of fast. Okay, well, our payload did not survive. Let's just put it that way. The payload did not survive, which is very sad. I really wanted that to survive. Well, it was worth a try, guys. I don't know how I'm supposed to bring that back. I probably have to do it in a cargo bay, which is what I was going to do originally. But even then, I don't even know how to bring the cargo bay back in a rocket. I have to do it on a plane, I think. I don't know. That's the target ship right there, and that's going to get destroyed. So we're going to fail this contract, I think. I think we're going to fail this contract. I was really hoping we wouldn't. Darn it. It says, return her and what is left of her vessel to Kerbin. Now, if I return it to Kerbin, yeah, I can't recover the scrap. I can recover her, but I cannot recover the scrap. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to live with that, you know? I think she'll still be part of our team if I fail that part. What's this? Oh, it broke off the decoupler, I see. I mean, I guess I could just decouple this. Kind of funny, but I'll keep it. It's still money. Recovery money. Let's time accelerate. That's the ship. Whoa. Wait a minute. Is it not destroyed? Is it? No, come on, it has to be destroyed, right? How is that not destroyed? Okay, let's just recover the vessel. Okay, so it looks like we are here. It says mission summary for the tug. 16 science earned. Cool. We've got 9,000 refunded parts because everything else kind of blew up. And we have Reagan Kerman, which is 1 star, and Tia, which is also 1 star. Tia, if I remember correctly, is a pilot, and Reagan is a scientist. Awesome. And it looks like off in the distance, tug rescue ship. There's something over there. Recover. Hang on a second. Let's just see this for a second. Recover the scrap, right? Recover. Recover. Now, how do I recover that scrap? Because it didn't look like it was destroyed. It didn't look like it anyway. How do I recover it? Tracking station's not showing it anymore. It's not showing it in the water or anything, so I'm not sure how we would ever recover that. So that might just be something that expires. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Maybe I'll reload the game and it'll do something. I don't know. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I know this is probably a long episode because I don't know how I'm ever going to edit a 2-hour segment of play into like something that's watchable, but I will try. I hope I tried. I hope I did a good job. Here's extract ore from Minmus and deliver it to Kerbin. This is another contract that tells us to do that. 270,000 is what we get for that. Not sure I'm ready to accept that contract yet, to be honest. Not sure. It's going to happen. We have 13 years to make it happen. So, okay. 13 years to do it. I'm not going to do this one. I'm going to let this one expire. Now, this is surface surveys near Minmus seismometer. Now, wait a minute. Take seismic readings on the surface. Ooh, wait a minute. This is different than before. What is this one? Here I am telling you the episode is super long, and now this says take seismic readings on the surface to find surface inconsistencies. Huh? Let's go to the seismometer for a second. Okay, so we're here at the seismometer that's sitting on Minmus. It's the same unit that's been doing all the crash into Minmus science stuff. If I accept this, right there is a blip that shows up from Umbra Space Industries. And what does it want me to do? Conduct surface surveys. Take seismic readings. Minmus seismometer on Minmus has detected some surface inconsistencies to the north. Head that direction and follow up with a series of readings. Readings of... Oh, I do have a seismic accelerometer here, actually. Review data. I'm going to transmit that because I just want to get rid of it. Let's follow up, it says. So, okay. So we can do SAS on here. How far away is that? It's basically nothing. Okay. What direction is it? Let's go really slow with it then. Just come up. That's really slow. That's what you call really slow, right, Charlie? Okay. Because I don't remember how much thrust this thing has. I do remember, however, that Minmus is extremely easy to navigate, so there's that. And we have a flight computer, so I should probably just do that. Now I'm even closer to the indicator, which, you know, was kind of the point, so yeah. I can't imagine this doesn't count as being right in where the sector wants me to be, so. Like, it's just too dang close to not be it, you know? Okay. So I'm here. I can't take any readings because I haven't crashed anything. So it looks like I'm gonna actually have to crash into Minmus again in order to get this reading. Yep. Log seismic data. I don't think that's really what I needed to do. Nope. Okay, well, I'll have to crash something in there, but that will be next time. Sorry about the extra delay here. In fact, I probably won't even put this in the video, but whatever. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't remember. Anyway, take care, guys. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Next video, probably we'll look at bases and figuring out what we want to build. And once we figure out kind of how we want to build it, we have enough science, hopefully, to buy the parts I need, which I probably won't. Then I need to figure out how I'm going to package it up to send it to Duna. We have 5 days in our window, which basically means I can send things anytime I want. You saw me already send some things, so take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.